Don't walk behind me, I might not know the way. I'm still learning how to stand in the light of every day. Don't place your steps in line like I've got all the answers clear. I'm just trying to find my balance between doubt and fear. And don't walk ahead of me like I'll always follow through. I don't wanna chase a shadow, I just want something true. So walk beside me, not above, not below. Let's share the weight of every road and see how far we go. No one leading, no one lost, just two hearts keeping time. Stay next to me, be my friend and we'll be fine. I don't need a hero and I don't need a guide. I just need someone who's willing to stay right by my side. When the path gets steep and narrow, when the night won't end, I don't need perfection, I just need a friend. When I'm here to own each other, or to pull the other through, we're here to stand together and see each other true. So walk beside me through the rise and fall. Let's be strong enough to stumble and not run at all. No one ahead to carry me by, no one behind to blame. Just side by side through every mile, calling each other's name. If I slow down, wait for me. If you're tired, I'll do the same. We don't have to win the race to keep this flame. Walk beside me through whatever comes, through silent nights and open suns. Not as leader, not as guide, not as someone left behind. Just hand in hand, or shoulder to shoulder, and step in to stay with me. As a friend, that's enough. So walk beside me. Ooh, ooh. Still walk beside me.
I've tried chasing what looks right, safe choices, straight lines. I followed roads I didn't choose, worked hard but something fell loose. I did the job, I did my best, but my heart was always elsewhere. Effort works, but I could tell love was missing from the spell. When passion's gone, the fire fades. Even strong hands feel the weight, but when I care, when it's true, the work starts working too. I do my best work when I love what I do, and my heart's involved all the way through. Results come easier, deeper, strong when passion pulls me along. That's why I choose what feels right to me, not just what looks like security. If I want a life that truly fits, I build my goals around what I love. I've seen people rise doing what they hate, but the cost is high, the price is laid. I've seen quiet joy turn into skill when someone works with honest will. Love sharpens focus, fuels the night, turns long hours into light. When I'm doing what I care about, a talent grows where passion stays. Effort lasts across the days. The work that feels like who I am is the work that goes the distance. I do my best work when I love what I do, and I'm not pretending, not forcing through. The energy flows, the quality shows. That's how real progress grows. So I set my life goals honestly, not by fear, not by guarantee. If I want results that feel alive, I choose the work I love inside. Oh, this isn't about taking the easy road, it's about carrying the right load. Love doesn't make the work light, it makes the work worth the fight. When effort and joy align, even failure feels like time well spent. The greatest results come naturally when I work from authenticity, not chasing status, not chasing proof, just building something true. That's why my goal is clear and strong, to spend my life where I belong. If I want success that truly lasts, I choose what I love and give it my all. Can pay the bill what you love.
I spent too long trying to fix every broken piece of you, bending myself into shape just to make your chaos smooth. I thought if I loved you harder, you'd finally understand. But hearts don't move by pressure, they move by their own hand. I can't rewrite your story, I can't make you see, but I can turn the mirror back on me. I can't change who you are, no matter how I try, but I can change the way I stand, the way I draw my line. I can't force another heart to grow or to believe, but I can choose the life I live. I can't change me. It's heavy trying to carry someone else's fight, wearing hope like armor every single night. But freedom starts the moment you let control go. You stop asking them to change and start deciding how you'll grow. Their choices are my burden, their silence isn't mine. The only thing I truly hold is how I spend my time. I can't change who you are or make you understand, but I can change the way I walk and where I choose to stand. I can't move another soul to see what I can see, but I can turn the tide inside. I can change me. It's not giving up, it's letting go of battles that were never mine and choosing how I grow. I can't change the world around or who decides to stay, but I can change my boundaries and who I give away. I can't force another heart to finally set me free, but I can open my own door. I can change me, and that is enough, and that is enough.
I've been pushed down to the ground, heard the laughter, felt the sound. Every hit, every scar left a mark on who you are. They said stop, they said enough, called persistence being tough, but I learned pain doesn't end the flame, it only tests the name. I don't need the world to see what's growing quietly. Even if I'm stepped on, even if I'm struck, I keep moving. I don't give up. Effort doesn't break, it bends and bends until it learns to stand. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I believe it here and now. If I keep going through it all, one day this work will bloom. Some days feel like nothing's changed, like every try goes down the drain, but roots grow deep where no one looks. Not in glory, not in books. The strongest trees don't rush the sky, they survive the longest nights. What looks fragile, what looks small isn't weak at all. Time doesn't rush what's meant to last, it waits for effort to stack. Even when the weight comes down, even when I'm pressed to ground, I choose the work, I choose the strain, I choose to stand up once again. No promise, no applause, just faith in what I've done so far. If I keep showing up each day, one day this pain will pay. The seed doesn't argue with the stone, it grows around, it grows alone. It doesn't ask if it's unfair, it just decides to live right there. And one day breaking through the ground codes I've cracked, but I survived. Not because the road was kind, but because I stayed the line. Effort never lies or leaves, it stays until it's finally seen. Keep going, even through the gloom, because someday this will bloom. You don't bloom while you're buried. You bloom because you stayed.
Happiness is not a crown you keep locked away. It's not a treasure buried deep for some distant day. It's lighter than we think it is. It lingers in the air. A simple smile, a steady hand, a moment that we share. You don't lose it when you give it. It doesn't fade or fall. It settles softly on your skin when you let it touch them all. Happiness is like perfume. You spray it in the room. When you let it fall on someone else, it comes back to you. It's in the kindness you release, in the warmth you choose to bloom. Happiness is like perfume. It lingers on you too. You can chase it all your life and never catch the scent, but give a little piece away and see where it is sent. A word of hope, a quiet cheer, light in someone's day. You think you're giving something small, but more comes back your way. Joy is never owned, it's something that we pass. The more you let it travel, the longer it will last. Happiness is like perfume. It floats on what you do. When you pour it over someone else, it settles back on you. It's not reduced by sharing, it's not something you lose. Ooh. Happiness is like perfume. It always clings to you. You don't have to hold it tight or guard it from the wind. Let it drift from heart to heart and watch it circling. Happiness is like perfume. It's meant to be released. When you lift another spirit, yours finds its own peace. In every act of giving, there's something softly true. Happiness is like perfume. It always returns to you. Let it fall, let it bloom. It will find its way back to you.
I remember who I was in January, standing still with a hopeful plan. Same fears, same questions in my hands, not knowing who I'd become. I didn't need a perfect year, just days where I chose to try. Small decisions, honest work, learning as the months went by. I didn't chase applause or fame, I just refused to stay the same. The greatest happiness I know is looking back and clearly seeing that who I am at years and now is stronger than who I was beginning. Not by luck, not overnight, but by choosing growth again and again. If I can feel I've moved ahead, then this year was a win. out became a teacher when I chose not to forget that progress isn't loud or fast. It's built in moments no one sees. Every lesson, every scar quietly added up in me. I don't need proof the world can read. I just need truth I can't believe. The truest measure of my joy is not the trophies on my shelf. It's knowing I'm a better version than the one I called myself a year ago, with the same dreams but fewer reasons to believe. If today I stand more whole, then this year made me grow. Happiness isn't a moment's thrill. It's the quiet pride that settles in when you realize time didn't pass. You moved with it. You moved with it. At the end of every year, I don't ask what I achieved. I ask if I became someone I'm proud enough to be. If the person I am now feels wiser, kinder, braver, then no matter what I gained or lost this year was happiness. Another year will come and go. What matters most is simple, though. When I look back, I wanna say I grew, and that is enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. There are 1,000 ways to win, 1,000 ways to stand above, to prove you're right, to raise your voice, to call it strength, to call it love. But I've seen power leave a mark that doesn't fade when words are gone. A careless laugh or public blame that someone carries all life long. You never know the quiet wars of strangers fighting through the day. So every word becomes a choice in what you take or what you say. The most human thing you can do is let no one bow in shame. Not in your jokes, not in your truth, not when you speak their name. You don't have to be kind with flowers or wise with perfect lines. Just leave people standing whole when you walk out of their lives. It's easy to correct a flaw when others are around, to feel a little taller when you push someone down. But dignity is fragile, it breaks without a sound. And once it's gone, no apology can fully turn it around. You don't need silence or applause to show the depth of who you are. Real strength knows when to step back and guard another's heart. The most human thing you can do is never trade respect for pride. Not make a joke of someone's pain around them just to feel right. Say what's true without a blame. Say what needs to be said, but never leave another soul wishing they could disappear. We're all walking with open seams, trying hard not to be seen. So be the place where no one learns to hate themselves. The most human thing you can do is let people keep their face, to speak with care, to choose restraint in every time and or proving who's to blame. You change it when no one leaves, feeling smaller than they came. If they walk away unbroken, you've done enough.
Every tear I try to hide, every night I barely survived. Felt like proof that I was wrong, like I didn't belong. But nothing painful comes in vain, nothing heavy falls for nothing. Even seeds must break apart before they ever start. What feels like loss is often ground where something stronger settles down. Every painful moment adds up, every scar becomes a plus. What broke your heart, what bent your knees is shaping who you're meant to be. Hard times aren't the opposite of joy, they're the path that leads you there. So don't quit now, don't walk away. You're closer than you think to bloom. Doubts say you're done, but roots grow deepest in the dark, far below where eyes can watch. What you call suffering today is training you in hidden ways. Pain is not the end of you, it's part of the breakthrough. Flowers don't rush the morning sun, they trust the time that's coming. Every bitter tear you cried, every lonely silent fight is a necessary step you take it toward a brighter place. Sadness isn't here to stay, it's preparing you for change. So don't quit when it gets tough, this is where the future grows. What if happiness requires everything you're feeling now? What if pain is not the enemy, but the soul you're standing on? If you leave before the bloom, you'll never know what waited for you. All the suffering you endure is not punishment, it's cure. What hurts today will someday shine, turn into strength, turn into light. Pain and sorrow have a role, they lead you where you're meant to go. So stay, hold on, don't let it end. You're about to see it bloom and bear fruit. Not everything blooms in the open. Some things bloom after the storm. Stay, don't quit, your season is coming.
Under every smile, every face, there's a quiet hope we barely say. We try to hide it, play it cool, but we all wanna matter too. Not to be louder, not to shine, just to be seen for who we are inside. To know our place was never small, that we were worth it all. Hey, 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 yeah. We wait for someone else to speak, to tell us we're enough, but sometimes what we're searching for is already in our touch, yeah. Everyone wants to be recognized for the truth they carry deep inside. So see the value in another soul, let them know, let it hold. If you honor what they are, if you honor what they are, if you lift them when you can, you'll find your own worth reflected back in the way they stand. I've watched a single honest word change the weight a person holds. A simple I believe in you can make the dark feel old. We don't rise by stepping high on someone else's doubt. We rise and we let others know they never were without. Respect is not a limited flame, it doesn't fade when shared. The more you light it in another, the brighter it appears. Everyone wants to be recognized, not for the mass, but for the heart. So give the credit where it's due and watch the circle start. When you see someone's worth and speak it out loud and clear, you'll feel your turns in ways we can't control. The heart that learns to honor others finds itself made whole. Everyone's deepest wish is simply to be seen. So look into another's eyes and tell them what they mean. Acknowledge who they are without fear, without disguise. 'Cause when you recognize their worth, the world recognizes yours. See,
I used to wait for perfect signs, for fear to fade, for stars to align. I thought success would call my name when I was ready for the game. But nothing moves until you do. The door locks itself for you. Dreams don't grow in silent plans, they grow in moving hands. You can think it through 1,000 times, but nothing changes till you try. Action is the basic key, the start of every victory. Not intention, not belief, but steps that bring it into reach. Move your feet, begin today. Even if it's small and rough, success doesn't wait for certainty. It waits for action. Action. You can have the brightest mind, the clearest goal, the grand design, but ideas fade into the air if no one dares to care. Every win was once a risk, every leap began with this. A single move, a simple start, that's where the breakthroughs are. Courage isn't knowing how, it's choosing to begin right now. Action is the master key, the root of every possibility. Plans are strong, but they won't grow until you let your body show. Step by step in perfect stride, progress builds from the inside. Success belongs eventually to those who act consistently. Waiting feels safe, but safe stay still. Momentum is born from force of will. You don't need perfect clarity, you need movement. Action is the only way, the bridge between what if and one day. Not luck alone, not talent free, but daily acts repeatedly. Think less, move more, trust the climb. Let effort rewrite the line. Every success you'll ever see begins with action. Action. Dream it, plan it, but most of all, do it.
I don't need perfect sentences or something sharp to say. I don't need to sound impressive to get my point across today. Words can travel farther than we ever realized. They can lift a heart up or leave a quiet scar behind. It's not about being right or speaking louder than the room. It's about remembering there's a heart in front of you. You don't have to find the perfect phrase or choose the clever line. Just don't use words that shame someone or leave them hurt inside. Say what's honest, say what's kind. Let respect be your guide. Simple words can still be strong if they let another stand with pride. Seen silence heal the wound better than 1,000 claims, and careless jokes turn into knives that someone carries every day. You never know what weight another soul has learned to hold. So speak like every word you give is something someone keeps. You don't win by breaking trust, you don't grow by causing pain. Kindness isn't weakness, much as your own name. You don't need special words to speak with grace and care. If your voice leaves someone whole, you've already been fair. It's not about what you sound like, it's about what you don't destroy. Choose words that let people walk on with their head up with their voice. Choose gently, fast enough.
I used to watch from far away, see someone rise and think no way. They seemed untouchable somehow, like something I'd never allow myself to dream, myself to claim. Like their success was not my lane, but then it hit me clear as sun. If they did it, it can be done. Their victory isn't my defeat, it's a roadmap at my feet. If someone made it to that height, it proves the climb is real. If one heart turned a dream to life, then mine can learn to feel the same fire, the same belief. Not copy, not compete. Every win I see out there is proof that I can reach it too. Success doesn't live in blood, it doesn't fall from above. It's built from choices, built from days when doubt was louder than the praise. Someone stood where I stand now, unsure of when or even how, but they kept moving, they stayed strong. That's how they proved me wrong. They didn't open a secret door, they walked through effort's corridor. If someone broke the ceiling first, it means it can be cracked. If one person rewrote the script, then limits aren't a fact. Not luck alone, not fate alone, but work and faith combined. Every success I witness now expands what's possible in mine. Envy shrinks the heart, but inspiration makes it start. I don't look up to feel small, I look up to rise at all. Their light doesn't dim my flame, it shows me I can play the same game. If someone turned their dream to truth, it's evidence, not exception. If one can rise beyond the doubt, then so can my reflection. I won't compare, I'll understand their win is not the end. Every success I see achieved is proof I can begin. Not jealousy, not despair, just proof it's possible.
I didn't chase the loudest dream, didn't ask the world to bend, I just took what landed in my hands and tried my best again. I wasn't reaching for the sky, I was fixing what I found. Day by day the ordinary was teaching me my ground. I learned the road unfolds, not when you beg or plan, but when you stay faithful to what's already in your hands. I didn't get it by demanding more, asking life to choose my name. I stayed true to what I was given and gave it everything. Every task, every small demand, I met it with my whole heart. And turns out doing what's in front of you is how new doors begin. Some days felt small, unnoticed, like nothing big would ever start, but effort leaves a quiet mark on time and on the heart. I didn't know what it would lead to, I just knew I couldn't cheat on the trust placed in my hands, all the work beneath my feet. You don't open future scenes by waiting to be seen, you open them by honoring the work that's already been. I didn't get here by reaching out for something brighter, something new. I got here by staying loyal to the things I had to do. Every moment I gave my best without knowing where it ends. Turns out giving all you have is how the story bends. Opportunity doesn't shout, it whispers soft and slow. It asks if you'll be faithful before it lets you go. So I won't rush the next chapter or chase a bigger name. I'll keep showing up completely to the work that comes my way. Because the path that brought me here was built on trust and time. Being true to what I was given is what keeps opening my life. I stay, and the road appears the countertop. Radio low, but my wide open pan gets warm. Coffee's almost done. Another morning's just begun. Bare feet moving on the kitchen floor. I hum a tune I've hummed before. Every little thing I do feels lighter knowing it's for you. Cutting time into slices slow, turning love into something warm. This autumn moment knows it's how a good day is born. I'm cooking up a morning for you, with a smile in everything I do. From the first light to the final touch, I hope you taste how much I love. If the world feels big and new, start it right, just me and you. Yeah, I'm cooking up this day for you. La la, let it play. Easy rhythm, start the day. La la, warm and true. Every little thing's for you. Eggs crack soft, toast turns gold. Little moments that never get old. Window open, morning breeze, carrying laughter in with these. I picture you still half asleep, dreams you're trying hard to keep. I hope when you open your eyes, you feel safe, you feel alive. No rush, no need to run. We got time before the sun climbs high. This quiet love, this simple fun is how I say I'm by your side. I'm cooking up a morning for you, with a smile in everything I do. From the first light to the final touch, I hope you taste how much I love. If the world feels big and new, start it right, just me and you. Yeah, I'm cooking up this day for you. One day you walk out on your own, chasing dreams I'll never know. But if mornings ever feel too hard, remember where these feelings start. In this kitchen soft and bright, where love was made in morning light. Turn the heat down, breathe it in. Another chance, another win. Simple things done with care make the strongest kind of prayer. I'm cooking up a morning for you, every hope folded into food. May it give you strength to try, may it help your courage rise. No matter what you're walking through, know this love is waiting too. Yeah, I'm cooking up this day for you. Lace on the table, sun climbing high, footsteps coming, I hear you nearby. Another morning, simple and true. Everything I made was made for you. Hey, ooh, ooh, ooh. I've seen doors that open wide. If you bow your head and trade your pride, they smile and say this helps you win. But I can feel the strings coming. Every favor leaves a trace, every yes demands a face. I've learned some help is not a gift, it's a weight you'll have to lift. I won't kneel just to belong, I won't sell my name for calm. What looks like light at first glance can quietly pull you off your path. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't buy success with chains. Cause praise that's earned by lowering yourself builds shadows you can't outrun. To help you get by losing ground comes back as debts you never found. I'd rather walk alone and clear than know the dark my way. Lord, dark my way. I've watched promises turn thin when silence costs more than speaking. What they call support and trust slowly ask for too much. Every tie you didn't choose. Tightens when you start to move, and roads once bright begin to fade when they're lit by borrowed flames. I don't need applause that binds or kindness with a price. If I lose myself to move ahead, then I've already lost the fight. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't trade my will for praise, cause help that comes from self-erase turns freedom into blame. What you win by standing small will always ask for more. I'd rather face the night upright than walk a darker road. Independence costs you comfort, but it keeps your vision clean. No hidden threads around your hands, no whispers in between. I choose a road that I can see, even if it's steep and long. A clear conscience is the light that keeps me moving on. I won't bend my knee for gain, I won't kneel to be approved, because the aid that steals your spine will quietly steal you too. Let others bow for borrowed ease, I'll stand and take the cost. I won't darken my own way for something that gets lost. I stand and walk in my own light. Sun's up early through the window pane, radio's playing my favorite refrain. Tie my hair, roll up my sleeves, morning's moving nice and easy. Coffee's hot, the pen's in place, I'm smiling before I know my face. Another day's knocking at the door, and I know what I'm waking up for. Little things done just right, turn an ordinary day so bright. Every move, every choice starts with love, starts with joy. I'm making something good this morning, stirring love in everything, from the first smile to the last bite. Hope it makes your day feel right. If you're sleepy, if you're blue, this is all made just for you. Yeah, I'm making something good this morning, made with love, made for you. Hey la la, it's a brand new day, la la, in a simple way. Hey la la, fresh and true, every little thing's for you. Toast turns gold, eggs crack clean, little laughs in between. Sunlight dancing on the floor, feels like we've been here before. I picture you rubbing your eyes, still holding on to last night's skies. When you sit down, I hope you know how much love's in what I made though. No big plans, no need to rush, happiness can start with us. In this room, in this time, everything already feels fine. I'm making something good this morning, stirring love in everything, from the first smile to the last bite. Hope it makes your day feel right. If you're sleepy, if you're blue, this is all made just for you. Yeah, I'm making something good this morning, made with love, made for you. One day you'll chase your own sunrise, run ahead with fearless eyes. But if the world feels loud or new, remember mornings like these two. Simple food, a gentle start, that's how love lives in the heart. Turn it up, feel the beat, another chance, another week. Life's not perfect, that's okay, we start again with today. I'm making something good this morning, every hope mixed in between. May it give you strength to try, may it help your spirit fly. No matter what the day will do, there's a place that waits for you. Yeah, I'm making something good this morning, made with love, made for you. Plates are ready, sun's up high, I hear your footsteps, time goes by. Another morning warm and true, everything I made was made for you. La la da, ooh, la la da, ooh, la la da, ooh, made for you. I've seen shortcuts paved with smiles, promises wrapped in silent trials. They say just spend a little more, like dignity's a door to close. But every favor bought looks like help can turn to debt. Paid back in pieces of your back. I won't kneel just to gain what isn't mine to keep. Support that comes with unseen strings. Only dark is what I seek. If I stand alone tonight, at least my road is clear. I'd rather walk with honest steps than know a shadow's cheer. I've watched applause turn into claims, ay. A helping hand become a chain, ay. What you accept without your truth will last for more than you can lose. I choose a slower, harder way, where every mile I pay in days. Oh, no borrowed crowns, no hidden ties, just open ground and open skies. Respect that needs me to bow low isn't respect at all. I won't build my future on a quiet, shrinking core. I won't kneel just to gain a favor, dress disgrace. The cost is paid in silence, and the darkening of my face, if help demands my spine, I let it pass me by. I'd rather earn what's meant for me than win with borrowed lies. Freedom isn't standing loud, it's standing straight. It's knowing when to walk away before the prices fade. What you keep clean at the start won't haunt you in the end. No road is worth the travel if it bends who you are. I won't kneel just to gain what leaves my path unclear. True allies walk beside you, they don't whisper in your ear. I move forward and down with daylight on my name. I won't bow for empty help that turns progress into change. And the road stays bright. You said it's over before it began, laughing it off like you had a plan. But I heard the doubt in the way you spoke. You were the first one to let it go. You count the scars, you name the pain, hide the truth inside excuses again. But deep inside you already know this story's not done, not even close. When the world turns cold and walks away, quitting is the easiest escape. But answer me just one thing true, did you ever believe in you? If you don't believe, then who will? If you won't Everyone's got a spark in their mind, a late night thought, a perfect line. We talk about what we could become, but words don't move the world alone. 1,000 dreams are left half said, living only inside our heads. But hope don't breathe until it's tried. It needs a body, needs a spine. It's easy to fall in love with the thought, harder to stay when the work gets long. Inspirations fades at dawn. Discipline keeps the lights on. It's not the idea that changes everything. It's what you do when the shine is gone. Taking one small step, then another turn, and maybe into something strong. It's not about dreaming louder, it's about making it real. One idea built by hands that stay. That's how something lasts. The first draft's rough, the timing's off. Progress feels slow, mistakes feel loud, but every flaw's a direction sign, pointing where you need to grind. You don't need 10 perfect plans, just one you're willing to stand by, day after day through doubt and dust, when no one's watching you try. Momentum beats motivation, consistency beats the spark. It's not the fire that lasts forever, it's the one you keep restarting in the dark. It's not the idea that changes everything, it's the work you do when it's hard, breaking it down piece by piece, turning vision into part. It's not about waiting for magic or feeling ready to begin. It's choosing one idea and refusing to let it in. No one sees the quiet hours, the lonely steps, the unseen days, but that's where the idea learns how to stay, how to stay. It's not the idea that matters most, it's the courage to make it real, to show up again imperfect and tired, but stubborn enough to build one idea shaped by effort, by patience, by belief. That's how dreams leave the mind and finally breathe. Make it real, make it real. That's the word, that's the word.
I don't want a quiet ending where nothing ever broke, where I stayed inside the lines and never felt the smoke. I don't want a safe old story of comfort and control. I want scars that say I tried and fire inside my soul. What's the point of breathing if you never dare to feel? I'd rather live wide and wounded and small and safe and cold. I'd rather fall 1,000 times than never leave my hold. When I reach my final hour and the world grows still, I wanna say I lived it all, not that I stood still. Pain is proof of movement, loss is proof you cared. Regret is what grows quietly when nothing's ever dared. You can dodge the storm forever, stay dry, stay clean, but you'll never know the thunder or what the lightning means. Fear promises protection, but it steals your life away. I'd rather live loud and broken than untouched and thin. I'd rather bleed for something real than never dive in. 'Cause when the end comes softly and there's nothing left to prove, I wanna whisper to myself I truly move. More life, more pain, more truth. The ones who played it careful have little left to say. No mountains in their memory, no storms they chose to face. You don't measure life in safety or how little you lost. You measure it in moments you paid the cost. Experience right step, comfort writes nothing. afraid. I'd rather chase the horizon than die where I stayed. Cause when my hands grow quiet and my breath runs thin, I wanna close my eyes and say I lived. Escape is easy, growth is not, but a shallow peace leaves an empty plot. You don't earn a full heart by hiding from pain, you earn it by stepping out again and again. Scar breathing alive. I'd rather live wide and wounded than untouched and small. I'd rather rise from ruin than Everest to fall. When my final day arrives and silence fills the room, I wanna smile and say I lived fully. Not perfect, not safe, but full. They all had something to say about the path I chose. What was safe, what made sense, what I should let go. Their voices filled the room till mine was hard to hear. Somewhere in the noise I misplaced my fear, but deep beneath the shouting there was something clear. Don't let their voices drown the quiet in your chest. Don't trade your inner knowing for what you think is best. Their intuition whispers it doesn't need applause. Have the courage to believe it even without a cause. I tried to be agreeable to keep the peace around, but every time I silenced me I felt more lost than found. They call it being careful, they call it being wise, but sometimes caution is just fear in disguise. If it feels wrong inside, it probably is. Don't let their voices write the ending of your song. You were given instincts for when they're wrong. Trust the pull you feel even if it's new. The voice that sounds like home is you. Trust it even scared. No one else can see what you see in your mind. No one else can feel what your heart defines. Advice can light a path, but it can't choose your way. Only you can stand in the place you stay. Courage isn't volume, it's alignment. Don't let their doubts become the limits of your sight. You weren't born to echo, you were born to fight. Not with anger, not with pride, but with steady truth. Believe the quiet compass that lives in you. The loudest crowd can still be wrong, the quiet heart can still be right. History remembers those who trusted their own light. You don't need agreement, you don't need consent. You need the strength to say, this is what I meant. Breathe in, hear it. Don't let their voices drown the rhythm of your soul. You don't need their permission to take control. Trust the whisper in the dark when no one understands. Your intuition is the map drawn in your hands, not louder, just truer. I'm standing at the edge again, same doubt, same fear. Wondering if I should step or just stay right here. I tell myself, be careful, don't make a fool of you. But there's another voice inside asking what I'll lose. Now what if I fall, but what if I never try? 20 years from now, will I laugh about this night? Will I tell the story proudly of how I took the flight? Or will I sit there wondering what could have been true? It's not the fall I'll remember, it's the chance I never took. I've tripped and failed before, felt small, felt wrong, but even those broken days still feel like I belonged. Because I moved, I tried, I dared to stand exposed, and now those scars are memories that make me smile the most. Embarrassment fades, regret does not. 20 years from now, the fear won't feel the same. The awkward, messy failures won't carry shame, but the dreams I left untouched, the words I never said will echo in the silence inside my head. Better a story than a sigh. You a step. Take the risk. 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 Ooh. 20 years from now, I wanna smile and say I lived through all the madness and I chose my way. Not I stayed safe and silent. Not I watched it pass, but I took the leap and that was enough. Face regret remains. I used to move with the current, let the days decide my name. Calling it fate or timing, but it always felt the same. Wake up, work, repeat it, like I was being carried through. But somewhere in the quiet, I knew that wasn't true. Breathing isn't living, it's only the start. I don't wanna be carried, I wanna choose, not just survive the hours, but move. This life isn't happening to me, it's mine to claim. I won't just be kept alive, I'll live my name. I'll live my name. It's easy to blame the weather, the world, the weight of time, to say that's just the way it is and stay inside the line. But every day I'm given is more than something past. It's a question in my hands, how will you live this one at last? The world will keep turning with or without my will. I don't wanna drift in circles waiting for a sign. I don't wanna call it destiny if it isn't mine. This life is not a favor, it's a fire to ignite. I won't just be breathing, I will fight. Not drifting, choosing. Not drifting, choosing. You don't honor the gift of time by staying small and safe. You honor it by stepping out and risking your own shape. Being alive is neutral, but living takes a stand. It means you raise your voice and build with your own hands. The difference is simple, but not easy. I don't wanna be kept by comfort or by fear. I wanna wake up knowing that I chose to be here. This life isn't something that just passes by. It's something I decide to amplify. The world won't hand you meaning, you carve it in the stone. You don't become by waiting, you become by owning. Not every step is glorious, not every choice is bright, but every act of choosing turns breathing into life. Still here.